Decide the soundtrack that wakes up the city, but I thought to myself, let's go the extra mile this morning because we don't only need to wake up the city, we also need to get you in the mood and we need to get you nice and fit. So for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be hanging out with the cool team out at Virgin Active to get your wellness and your fitness levels in the right level and make sure that you are ready for it. And when I say ready for it, I mean, if you haven't heard already, November's definitely on the way, and the Virgin Active Ride Joburg is on the way. And who better than Tumi and Thandeka to join us this morning? Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good morning, Nick. How are you?
I am wonderful. You guys are definitely morning people. This is what you do for a living. You wake up the city like I do. Tell us a little bit about yourselves and what is exactly that you do.
All right, so my name is Thandeka Malamlela, and yes, I've been with Virgin Active since about 2015. Started off as a personal trainer in the business, and since then, as they always say, the rest is history. I am now currently a commercial manager, and yes, my biggest role basically is to make sure that everybody that enters our facilities gets to their wellness goals.
I mean, look, you know, winter season is probably the most difficult season to convince people to come to gym and stay active. It is probably the season where we all try and hibernate, but we don't realize that before you know it, the cold fronts are done, the mercury rises up, and it's time to flaunt that summer body, and you've kind of like missed that gap to look good for the beaches. How do you motivate people and how do you keep them going during the cold seasons?
Yeah, hello, everyone. My name is Tumi and Thandeka. Also, Thandeka makes me feel so old, Nick. She says 2015. I started with the company in 2012. Wow, but yeah. Look, you're absolutely right. You're saying hibernate is the word. I think we ran a campaign last year called Active Hibernation. Active Hibernation. Look, for me, it's about really, really honing into the habits, the good habits, the habitual habits, and those actually are what get you through. The hard part is actually getting started, and that's what we as Virgin Active come to do, just motivate you to really get started with our whole list of professionals. Yeah, and that's how we do it.
No, definitely. I mean, you guys are the people that are there cheering us on and making sure that we stay nice and fit. Let's chat about the Virgin Active Ride Joburg, which is on the way. People can sign up. I know you guys have got classes as well to get you motivated and ready because I know that there's an entry level race and then there's the full on where you take on the whole city. What does the package include and how long is the preparation for the race?
Well, I'll start off by just saying you are never alone, all right? And that's the biggest thing that I think our people and you too, Nick, need to understand always, that you're never alone. So we're here to work the journey with you. So for everybody that doesn't want to start by themselves and you need, a sense of community and some support, inside, if you bring it into our four walls, we've got simulation classes. So those are 947 simulation classes. What that means is these are instructor-based, so you don't have to actually think too hard on how to get there yourself. Instructor-based, and they basically simulate the race so that by the time the race comes to, you are 110% ready, and you know what to do, and you didn't have to do it by yourself, and that's the most important thing, I think.
So if someone is sitting on the fence right now thinking to themselves, I want to enter, but I don't know if I really want to enter, what's that one push that you would advise, or one piece of advice that would make them convinced that they need to enter this?
Nick, for me, the fact that you're on the fence means that you've put the seed into the ground. Now, I always believe there's always two outcomes. It's either you don't go with it and you regret it for the rest of your life saying, I could have, I should have, or you say, I'm going to push myself and actually go into it. Water that seed. Take the first step. We have a list of people who are actually here to motivate you, to assist you, to guide you through this journey. We actually even have two 14-week training programs, plans for someone who actually wants to get onto this race. So we're actually there to guide you intrinsically. And these things actually, they break it down for you week by week. I mean, in terms of frequency, duration, training zones, and all of those are the requirements for actually you riding like a pro, intermediate, or even entry level.
Lovely. Guys, we're going to be hanging out together for the next couple of weeks. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Tumi and Thandeka. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Make sure you sign up as well because the Virgin Active 947 Ride Joburg is definitely on the way. Also, to celebrate Women's Month, there will be a women's outright taking place at the Virgin Active Board Acres on the 13th and on the 27th of August. So make sure you join us next week. We're going to be looking at women's health and wellness. Thandeka, this is where you and I are going to be hanging out, and obviously we're going to be recapping on everything that, all fitness related, I'm guessing.
I hope you're ready, Nick.
I am definitely. Before you guys go, though, the most important thing that we do in the morning is, besides motivating people, is we got to wake up the city. You've got two options this morning to wake up the city, and I need your input on this one right here. Normally, I put it out to the city to vote, but this is where you can get involved. So your two options this morning, by the way, I'll play you snippets of the songs. Option number one sounds like this, Holly Ray. I mean, it sounds like a good song to wake up the city, am I right?
Absolutely. But what's the other one?
Your second option.
Hey, I heard you are a wild one.
So who's waking up the city? Are we going to go with Holly Ray, or is it going to be Flo Rida and Sia Wild Ones?
Flow Rider!
Let's do the wild ones.
Josie, it's your time to shine. Whether you're working on getting stronger, fitter, and faster, or looking to de-stress and re-energize, Virgin Active has everything you need to get started and keep going, no matter what your health and exercise goals may be. Move to the music in a cycle, boxing, or dance class. Pull, push, lunge, and squat your way to a fitter, healthier you with our state-of-the-art equipment. Ready to go the extra mile? From personal trainers to nutritionists, our pros will get you there. Make your move at virginactive.co.za.
947